If you want to make money in this business, it's really simple. Like, it's pretty simple. There's this word, it's called work, right? And it's hard to spell, harder to do, easy to spell, hard to do. It's called work, and most people aren't willing to really work. Their ratios of actually going out and talking to people, whatever that is, isn't really huge. I'm not a great presenter. I don't like presenting. Matter of fact, I never did presentations ever in USANA, ever. So like if I did a PowerPoint, I'd be like, next slide. Yeah, I was like, that slide's, I didn't know it. I never did it because I always invited you to look at something because I want to do something that duplicates. My presentation, let's say, and I can present, but let's say it's really awesome. What are you thinking? Can I do it? No way, I can't do that. So I'm going to purposely suck up here. I'm going to purposely suck at presenting because I don't want you to think that you can't do it, right? I want you to, right? Right? You got to build people, like you got to, you know, like if, oh my gosh, she's so polished. If we were all like Deanna, we'd be like, oh my gosh, how would we recreate that? It'd be like, your team would be like nobody, like one person. You'd be, right? So you want to make it so you get good at inviting people. And so one of the communication qualities, it's in the boss, right? You guys know what that is? How do you spell the boss? Okay, make sure no one said two S's. All right? All right, so the boss, it's communication quality number 6, which is don't let your body be a distraction. So if you have a javelin sticking out of your eyebrow, you may be cool to your buddies, but I'm not going to join you. I'm going to be like, you're an idiot, right? Like I'm not going to sign up with you. And you can say that's wrong, right, or whatever. Hey, look at your paycheck, okay? You are, whatever you earned last week in RX, you deserve that check. Ooh. Not fun, is it? Doesn't? But we can change that. We can change that in an instant. And the one thing that we have to get good at is, and it's not even finding prospects. That's one of the things, which is the promoting. I could give you all the greatest leads in the world, but if you don't talk to them, it doesn't matter. And so, and if you don't get good at talking to them, it's not going to matter. So my advice to you is talk to way more people and say less to more people. If you start saying homeo anything, you're dead. All right? Homeo, it doesn't go well at all, right? Especially for me. Okay, it's not going to work. I know how I'm dressed, whatever. But homeopathic, you don't say that stuff, right? You can't even, you should not even know how to say it, right? You don't need to. What you got to do with anybody ever gives you some objections? Like what? What's an objection? One of those things? Okay, yeah, it's one of those things that actually works. You know? Yeah. Right? It's one of those things that actually works. Matter of fact, my friend Duke, I don't even understand. He's like a Ferrari. I don't even know like how he even, you know, he did it with, and all his friends have all these cars. So you may want to come to one of our presentations and actually meet him. Right. Boom, I just overcame an objection with a what? A brief story. It's like kind of like a story, right? No one cares about, well, it's a pyramid, right? Doesn't work. You know, you're fighting with your prospect. It doesn't work. Oh, it's when the CEO's on the thing that work, and you're at the bottom, right? I've heard all those. I've trained on them, and guess what? It doesn't really work, and it makes you kind of look like a jerk, right? Because if you're sitting there saying, well, where you work, it's really a pyramid because there's the boss, and then there's, right? Come on, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't, like, people don't want to hear that, okay? What else? What's another one? Man, you guys don't talk to anybody, do you? What's that? I don't know. How much are you willing to work? You know what? Matter of fact, one of my friends, Duke, he gets paid pretty well, and it's probably, I don't even know, like it's more than I used to make every month he makes in a week. So you can get paid a lot, and you can also, you know, if you do a lot, you can get paid a lot. If you do nothing, like I had a friend of mine join, he said he didn't do anything. Well, how much did he make? What did he deserve to make? Boom! Right. Products are too expensive. Yeah, you know, that's what I was thinking, but I was thinking that, and then I like lost 25 pounds in like 6 weeks without working out. I just stood still, right? Right? So, like, for that, like, and I tried, all kinds of things. And so, like, and I actually saved money because I didn't, like, even eat as much, the crappy food and, drive-thrus, right? How much is going through the drive-thru? $6. What do you get, bean burritos? $6. What are you talking about? Like, it's not $6. Like 16, all right? More like it. I don't know what you guys order. Anyway, I don't order anything anymore. But so all it is you figure a way to. My whole goal in everything is always make it work. Find out how to make it work. Find a way to make it work. That's my military background. Like we never, this is we're dead. No, we're not. We're still fighting. Like we're gonna resist. We don't lose. We never lose. All right. We never admit defeat. Never. Right? Oh, it didn't work out so well. We didn't say, well, we lost that one. No, heck no, we're still fighting. We're still going. And so don't let anyone steal your thunder. All right? So one of the things is, what did I say? Talk to more people. Say less to more people. And then this is the really big one. Don't freak out. Follow up with those people. Like call them back. Okay? Call them back. And give them like 3 calls, all right? So then you can kind of like put it to rest. Like, you've had it where they don't show up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Don't be like, you're supposed to call. Why aren't you there? Come on. Have you ever guys left one of those messages like you said you had them go look at a video or maybe some kind of thing or whatever, and whatever tool. And they said, you know what, I'm going to call you tomorrow at 2. Is that good? Yeah. So you call them at 2. They're not there. Did that ever happen to someone? Yeah. What'd you say to the person? Were you doing guilt trips? Were you yell at the phone before you get on it? Like afterwards, right? Afterwards. But before, don't be surprised if they're not there. Be cool, calm. If someone gives you an objection and your body goes into this, chill out for a second, okay? Just let it go and say, you know what? Take it in and say, you know what? I understand that. And then give them a story about it. But for the callbacks, and I'm going to give you some numbers that are going to scare you, but if you want to make money that scares you, then maybe you listen, all right? So for the follow-ups, there's 3, okay? The first one, so if I was going to call, let's say I was supposed to call you at 2, and I call you at 2 the next day, and it's 24 hours, right? And they don't answer. Hey, Sheila, this is Steve. Hey, you know what? Hey, I really enjoyed meeting you last night at that meetup group or whatever we're at, wherever we met, right? Say, hey, looks like the day's gotten ahead of you. I know sometimes we get overwhelmed. Hey, I'm just leaving you a message. Great meeting you. I'm sure you'll give me a call back as soon as possible. Positive, right? You give them an excuse for being lame, right? It's true. If you give them guilt, they're not going to call back, right? Right? So then, boom. And then say the next one. The next day, let's say you call them back the next day. And you might change it up a little bit, but you call them maybe in the morning, something like that. And you say, hey, just getting back with you. I know yesterday we didn't get to meet up. Just checking in. And by the way, if what I was talking about is not for you, no problem. Just let me know. I don't want to waste your time. I certainly don't want to waste mine. But hey, hope everything's okay on your end. So if you say that, hope everything's okay on your end, please let me know if you're okay. If you use those types of words, people will move forward towards you, okay? All right? And then the third one is, screw you. No, I'm just kidding. Don't say that. So that's what you want to say. I said that's like a Deanna moment right there. No, the third call back is this kind of lets you, this is to be somebody like you really didn't know, right? Or even someone you had just met. You can just say, hey, listen, hey, Sheila, looks like, I've reached out to you a couple times. Looks like, for whatever reason, this just doesn't sound like for you. If I have that wrong, let me know. But I will never call you back about any of this ever again. I won't mention it again. Great meeting you. I wish you the best life has to offer. Something like that. So what it does for you mentally is it checks the block, and you're not still doing the, when do I call them back 50 times? And if you'll get way more callbacks if you be strong and actually give that third message. You'll be way more strong, and people will be like, whoa, never talk to me again about, what? Right? The right ones will call you back. And then what it does for you mentally is move to the next person, right? Otherwise, you're just sitting there and you're doing the chasing game. My brother keeps talking to me at the everything about it. And then you become weak, right? You become weak when you're chasing. We're pulling people towards us, not chasing people. So if you've been chasing people, it's normally your words, right? You're doing things that are weak. Someone gives you an objection and you like cower, right? Even if it's like mentally cower, stops you. So you got to practice. That's why Duke was doing the role playing in the car. That helps people. All sports teams, what do? They practice. Oh, let's roll out on Friday night. Or you want to see something that would be funny? Just have the NFL not practice and go watch a game. You'd be like, what the? The guys would be dropping the snap. They would be horrible, right? And, they mess it up with a lot of practice. But what they do practice, do you just say, hey, I got the lead role in the play. Show up when it starts. No way. You would be like, you would have to memorize your lines. Here you got some lines to memorize, some quick invites. It could be, and get good at these quick invites. Hey, you know what? Vern, hey, it's a great meeting the other night. I'm just going to throw it out there. Would you ever keep your options open to earning some income outside of what you're doing now if it didn't interfere with things? Yes or no? Yes. I didn't make these up. These are like passed on for years, but a lot of us like to complicate things. So you get good at a couple invites, okay? You get good at just showing pictures. Say, someone says that something's expensive about products, just have before and afters on your phone and go, well, dude, it did this. This guy lost 197 pounds. This guy lost, look at this guy. I don't know. That's 200 pounds. Do you think he thinks it's expensive? Exactly. Would you like to get started? Would you like to get started? Would you like to get started? Ask people to get started. How many people ask people to actually start? Hey, just assume it. Say, hey, man, wasn't that an awesome presentation? Can't you see yourself doing this? Great. Let's get you started. But you're positive. You're not saying, so do you want to, do you think you might want to sign up? Maybe. No, who was going to sign up with that person? Nobody. Okay? Nobody. Okay? So it's not a mystery, it's you, okay? It's not RX. It's not network marketing, it's you. So until you want to get better, then, if your check is in Suckville, then you... No, I'm just telling you. You know how much money I made in like the first year of network marketing? Well, actually, it's kind of weird when you say that because total they gave me like $6,300. But most of that money, but actually in network marketing, you can also make the argument that I continued to make money from that $6,300. I get it. But technically in your mind, I put in this work for months and I made $38. Oh, show that to your buddy, right? He's like, what are you, stupid, right? So like you're not, but it's what it is you're getting better. You're getting better. You're coming to these things. If you're not talking to enough people, you're not going to make it. And so here, the one skill you have to learn, I don't care who you are, you have to learn how to invite people. Because if you don't, who are you going to present to? Who are you training, right? So start with yourself. Lead by example for yourself. If you want your team, if you want your new line to grow, then you be recruiting people. Everyone in RX should still be recruiting people into the business portion. I know we have customers, and don't get me wrong, we're talking the business strategies now. Okay, you have to have people that are in your organization. Okay, and the only way you're going to make money is if you start helping those people, dedicating yourself to those people. And if I put all this energy into you, and you don't do anything, and I keep wanting you to do it, then I just have to love where you're at, and I got to find somebody else. Okay? Because I can't motivate you. I can inspire you, right? But I can't motivate you to do something. That's on you. All right? So all I can do is lead by example. You can never motivate your downline. You can only inspire them with stories, with different things. You can do that, okay? But at the end of the day, if you want to really make good money and everyone's part-time that starts, but you can be more efficient with your time when you're part-time than most people that are full-time. Talk to a full-time network marketer, lazy suckers, man. I've never met so many people that took me 3 days to pack for the trip, Like, what is going on? Like they like some things can happen with residual income that can kind of make you like, woo, It's but somebody that's wanting to really go after it, you're going to have to talk to double digits a day, okay? I'm going to tell you straight up, if you really want to go 20 people a day, those are conversations. It's not, that would be you, there's no way you couldn't be successful. And how do you get 20 people? I don't know. You got to, don't say, well, Steve, I just want to sit at my house and call people on the internet. Really? Okay, you can go on Facebook. There's a lot of things you could do to find people, even in your local area. You can connect more, okay? So even if you start and you've talked to nobody last week, let's get to 5. Let's get to 5 a day for 5 days a week. That's 25. 25 times 4, what's that? Big math. Math majors. All right. Okay, so that's 100. That's 100 people. I mean, even if you're terrible, you're going to find somebody in 100, right? But what's going to happen in that 100? What's going to happen? You're getting better, right? You're getting better. And you can't quit doing theory training. Theory of like, what do you say when they call somebody and find out? Right? Find out when they say, man, it's one of those things. And you're going, right? Mute and say, oh, yeah, one of those things. Exactly. It is, absolutely. It's one of those great things that works. All right? So you heard that. And so then you can get an example. Say, you know what? Why don't you talk to my buddy so-and-so? Never build a business by yourself, okay? And what I'll say to you about your leadership, everyone wants a duplicatable system that everyone just does this. I personally have never seen it in my life where there's just one duplicatable system. Maybe I've only been in network marketing 15 years, but I've never seen one thing that just works for every single person. We try to get something that works, right? But what really works is you finding the people that want to work. And when you find the people that want to work, they're going to do sometimes their own methods. I have teams, if I said everyone's doing this, they would be like, they're like in every different direction. Like they would be like, what are you talking about? I'm doing this way, this person's over here. It's similar, but not everyone always has to do the exact same thing. But what you look for is people that are hungry, people that want to make it happen. And when someone starts sponsoring people, I actually would say this to you. I've been saying this to people. I don't know. I came up with it a couple days ago, but I'm sure someone else did. It's the way it is. We all think we're so smart, but whatever. But in this, I would say to you, with your leaders, you can't all call Duke. That's crazy, right? He'd be like, oh, are you kidding? No way. He'd change his phone number, right? So like it's like this. With your people, it's like, talk daily, earn weekly. If you want to, we get paid every week. So if you want to earn weekly, you got to talk daily. So talk daily, earn weekly, right? If you're not talking to your leader that's actually interested in talking to you, and you don't talk to him for whatever reason, and you'll be thinking, well, I don't have nothing to say. Yes, you do. You'll come in, and something will be said between you two. Somebody will say, hey, I just heard about this, or hey, what about this? I just enrolled this person. Do you have anybody that we could place under them? So you are because we're trying to get you out of that matrix of corporate America or whatever you're in, right? So we've got to get you out of that. So those are my things I would say. Inviting is the key, right? And then you'll always find prospects. If you're confident in inviting, you'll never run out of prospects, okay? If I tell you how to go get prospects and you can't invite, life's frustrating because you're going to be like, this isn't any fun. No one likes this stuff. No one likes the way you talk about it, right? It's true. Right? We're in the same business. My check's different. Why? I have more experience. That's why. And then I do it. I do the work. Okay? So, Duke, thanks for having me up here. Thanks so much.